there was nothing holding me back anyway. And regardless of what happened, I was gonna try to be in the game regardless. And, it hurt pretty good, and it was sore. There's sometimes I had to take some pills and stuff like that just to take some pain away before I stepped onto the field. So I mean, I was here for the seniors, and I was trying to get wins.
Did that limit you at all last year, and are you over it all this year?
When I injured the knee earlier against I'm not sure the team we played New Mexico State. There was a lot of pain. I had a lot of pain, and I couldn't very much run. There was a couple games where I couldn't run because every time I cut, it felt like like my leg would just give, So it's pretty much held back from sometimes escaping and going in the pocket. And some throws I couldn't make off the runs and stuff like that. So it limited me in a way.
Terrelle, I remember when you were here at this event as a freshman, you seemed more mature, more ready to deal with all this stuff than most. How much have you changed personally? Or do you feel like you've come a long way from where you were then?
Just from being around the guys I'm around, being around Coach Tressel. I mean, he's the greatest example for young men, and my position coach, and being around guys like DeVere Posey and guys like that. We changed. We feel like we're grown, changed, and just feel like I'm way more mature.
Because like some people when they grow up, they feel like they didn't know what they didn't know. Is that?
Yeah, I mean, I believe me, I had my fun days, and the freshmen coming in as a freshman. I mean, we're all people, we're all human beings, we all make mistakes and things like that. But I mean, you have your fun, you gotta enjoy your first time. But right now, I go about it as it's business, So every time I'm in the film room, I'm sitting up. As lame as it sounds, I'm not leaning over or sitting back in my chair. I'm leaning, standing up, answering questions when Coach asks questions to other players. I jump on it because that's the type of person I am.
You were talking to Boone and Posey a moment ago. They're chomping at the bit because they feel as you get better, the chances for them get better.
Without a doubt, we have great defense all the time. Every year, I mean, you go from James and then you come up and we evolve to Brian Rowe and Ross Holman and Cameron. So I mean, it's crazy. Obviously, as good as a quarterback plays, sometimes he gets you the wins. And if I play, I gotta be on my top game all the time. If we want to very much take it, I can't always leave it to the defense because the defense has won some games for us. So it's time for me to step up. And offensively, we all have to step up as a group and handle that stuff. So we don't put all the pressure on our defense because our defense we can't put pressure on them guys no more. We're grown and we need to be mature about it and take the ball down the field like we can. We do sometimes, and we show bits and stuff, and we just got to be consistent. It's a huge word, consistency, and we need to do that.
Terrelle, two-part question regarding the draft. College is football is the one sport where you still have to wait 3 years
yes, sir.
to play in the pros. Hockey, you can go right into the pros.
Yeah.
Basketball, 1 year.
Yeah.
Do you think that's fair in football, first of all? And then secondly, are there guys, can you think of a couple guys around college football that could possibly do it?
Leave after 3?
Leave after 1 or 2.
1 or 2. The guy, NCAA and the NFL, they set the rules. I mean, when you go up to the NFL, that's a big bruising. I mean, you gotta grow your body. I mean, I'm sure there's some type of science and some type of physics that has to do with your body and growing up and maturing your body. I'm sure it has to do with maturing your bones and stuff like that. There's probably a crazy thing like that out there. So I think 3-4 years staying in college is very much, you need to do that.
Is there anyone else that you can think of that right now that could do it? When you look around all the talented players?
Look around college, I mean, obviously, I think there's a bunch of great athletes around in the country. I mean, there's I don't know. I just think from receiver-wise all the way down to lineman, I think you need to learn how to run routes. You need to learn how to block, and you need to learn how to change calls on the offensive line. You all have to see a corner blitz coming. You can't just jump from college up to the pros and expect to just learn that just from the coaches. I mean, it's something that you have to do mentally. It has to go mentally, mental reps. So I think staying in college is huge.
Terrelle, with all the running backs you have, having so much depth there right now, do you feel like you can get a little bit more creative with the offense since you have?
Yes,
good
I mean
running
we have guys that can catch. Brandon Sane, he's amazing. You know, he's an amazing player. And we have Boom, Jordan, Hyde, Barry, guy coming in, John, who we have coming in, recruit coming in today. He's supposed to be very good too. So we have a very deep back. Include me. I mean, I run the ball too, so it's also like I'm a running back as well. So we got Bourne. Bourne can catch the ball. I mean, he's gonna be a future NFL fullback one day. He's tough. Man, I mean, it's amazing some of the talent we have. We just have to stay focused.
Do you feel though you can get that offense to be a little bit more creative this year with all that depth?
Yeah, we got creative last year too as well. We just didn't, we were young. But that's not an excuse no more. We got to put things together and make it work. It's not the coaches, it's us. We got to make the plays that they call work. So hopefully we do get creative, though, to answer your question.
Terrelle, Pryor and Dane, you guys are pretty inexperienced at the wide receiver spot, and a lot of guys with a lot of potential. But, I mean, what have you kind of seen out of some of these guys like Chris Fields and T-Wash and other guys trying to come up?
T-Wash always makes plays. And Chris Fields, Corey Brown.
There you go.
Corey Brown, that freshman coming in, he's fast. I call him Deshaun Jackson. he's good, but you guys think of the receivers we have. We have Jake Stoneburner. He could be a possible third receiver, and it depends on the grouping. Or Brandon Sane, he could have maybe 30, 40 catches this year, and that's our goal. To get Brandon Sane a lot of catches, and Jake Stoneburner 40 catches, and also DeVere and them guys. So whoever steps up to be the third receiver, I mean, obviously we need 3 receivers, but we also have Jake Stoneburner, and we have Zach Bourne that can catch the ball as well as all them guys, and then and we have Jake. So. I mean, we have some weapons, to tell you the truth.
When you talk about being a complete quarterback, is this the first time you felt that you could stand there and say that?
It's the first time, yeah, I can stand there because I can actually just watch film and be like, man, I really, I've grown, I matured, I go through the reads right, I go to, I hit my check downs now, I just feel more, I take the right steps in the handoffs. It just feels everything's well, and I feel very, I feel very matured. That's what I mean when I say I feel like a quarterback. All practice films. As spring through spring, I mean, we got a lot better. I was working a lot with Eric Lichter, our head strength coach, and we do a lot of drills and stuff, a lot of footwork drills, a lot of I changed my delivery a little bit too, so it's a lot higher. So the ball comes out a little stronger, and the nose doesn't go down a lot more. It goes straight at it. So we're maturing.
What about being ranked number 2? Obviously, you want to end the season 1 or 2 to get that national title game.
Yes, sir.
What kind of advantage is that? What kind of momentum do you get from that going through camp?
I think, we could go about it a couple ways. We could go about it and go into the season thinking that, we're going to go in and run all over everybody and take it to Marshall and guys like that. But or we could go into it slow, taking one day at a time, starting tonight, getting our rest, getting up tomorrow, eating well, going to watch film. Everyone rested up. We could watch film and everyone paying attention, getting better, and then going to practice, and then after that doing the same thing over and over and over. Or we could just let everything get to our heads and then and lose our 1 or 2 games like we always been doing. I'd rather go with the second option I gave you.
Leadership then from you in the huddle. Then you talk about maturity. How much does it go from maturity to leadership?
What do you mean?
You being the leader of this team, getting in the huddle,
sir.
how you handle yourself as a leader on the team. Has that changed with your?
Yeah, it started with me talking to the guys a lot more, being around the guys, loving being around the guys, spending a lot of time with the guys, and going to their houses, going to eat with them, and off the field as well. Making sure everyone's doing everything right, and myself doing everything right. I can't be a leader if I'm doing the things that I'm trying to preach and to the guys. So I mean, it starts off the field, and then when you get on the field, all the guys will just come around you. You know, and you got to also you got to show it. You know, you have to show it. You have to show that you're doing it and you're capable on the field to make some plays. That's the main thing. So.